Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you. I have to check if it's actually recording now. Yeah, it is. Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you so much for joining me again on another video. I always appreciate your presence. If you enjoy what it is we're doing here, consider liking the video, consider subscribing, and do leave a comment. I try and answer every single one of them. Let's melt more into being. Today's title is talking about calm. Talking about calm. I had a really good conversation with a friend today, and something he said has kind of stuck with me. If you are aware, it is because you are one with the source of all creation. If you are aware, it is. I feel like I maybe miswrote this quote. If you are aware, it is because you are one with the source of all creation. I don't feel like this is the one that needs to be said. But this one, though. All things are contained within your awareness. If they are not found there, they do not exist. They do not exist for you. Hey Kiwi and hey Lazy B, I'm happy to have you friends here. Welcome. Thank you for being here with me today. I feel the thing I want to talk about today is calm. And especially our ability to express calm. Golden Trunks, morning from New York. Morning to you as well, my friend. And we have Jesse here as well. It's so nice to have you here, my friends. So yeah, as I was saying, I want to talk about calm today, my friends. And specifically our ability to stay calm regardless of the things that we go through. So today, I don't know if you can hear it, but I am very aware of it because, audio. I'm just taking a piece of debris out of my water quickly. Looked like there was a piece of grass or something. Hey, thank you Yash, and thank you Aaron as well. I see we have so many friends here. We have Naomi here as well. We have Justin here as well. Goodness me, I think this is the fastest that this many friends have shown up this quickly. It absolutely blows my mind, actually. And thank you to the stars, Yash. I appreciate it, my friend. I'll get to some comments in a second, my friend. I promise. I just want to let myself at least start into the flow. Even though I feel like now, especially, I'm not being calm. But I want to talk about calm, if that makes any sense. So, there is going to be noise. And, a part of me wanted to go and stop the noise from continuing to happen. And then I was like, you know what? This is this is even more of a practice to see if you can actually stay calm regardless. So I was calling one of our friends today, Infinitech. He's actually also one of the streamers on this Reddit platform, and basically I invited him over to join the podcast, and I want to extend that invitation to you all as well, my friends. I've extended the invitation to Aaron. Aaron is now down, if you will, for the 15th of this month, for the second podcast of this month. Is it the second podcast of this? Yeah, I think it is. So he's already gotten in there, but I would love to have all of you friends on the podcast at some point. Justin, you, Naomi, if you want to, Yash, if you want to. I'm so down, especially you as well, Jesse. I know the biggest problem with it is time, because when it's 7 p.m. for me, when we usually do the podcast, it's between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. for Americans. And I realize that not everyone can make it, so the invitation has been extended. Let me know, friends, if you would like to join on the podcast. Maybe I'll make a podcast channel on the Discord, and then you can just send a message asking, because that's the thing as well, we don't have to have only an X amount of people in the podcast. I don't think we should do more than 6. I'm overthinking. So what I wanted to talk about was this conversation that I had with Infinitech. And we were basically having a conversation talking about the ego, talking about the spiritual journey, talking about the spaciousness of our being and the spaciousness that we have access to. And as we were talking and, bouncing ideas back and forth between each other, he said something that kind of took me aback, if you will, kicked my ass a little bit. He said that he feels like I'm constantly justifying the things I'm saying by saying things, and then justifying the things I'm saying by continuing saying things. And like he didn't mean it in a like a hurtful way or anything like that. I recognized that it as a creation that he noticed and chose to create. And I feel like it definitely did stick with me, because he was like, stop thinking so much, stop overthinking, stop over analyzing, because it's definitely something that I do, and it's not something that I necessarily always have control over. So it's something I want to make myself aware of, because I want to be in that state of calm. And I've talked about this state of calm quite a few times, but I still feel like it is something that eludes me, if you will. So the one of the biggest reasons why I decided to start taking up a meditation practice is just to have some space, some inkling of that calm somewhere in my day. Because if I don't give myself a space to be calm in, I feel like I'm losing my mind. And I maybe that's just one of the conditions. I feel like I'm constantly losing my mind. Maybe I'm supposed to. Maybe we're not supposed to hold on to our minds. Or maybe I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. So, like, one of the things I do want to mention actually is this capacity that we have to constantly want to rationalize, cohesivize. That's definitely not a word, but try to make things more cohesive, right? We try and incorporate, melt together, if you will, as well, the things that have happened to us, the things that we felt, the things that we've thought. And we're constantly, in some way or another, comparing ourselves. And it's something that my dad actually made me think about specifically, where I was talking about, my relationship with God and the relationship that I've been trying to build, and especially the relationship I have with myself, in recognizing that I'm not my thoughts, in recognizing that if I calm down and I can actually just, distance myself for a second from the things that I'm constantly thinking, from the things I'm constantly feeling, that I can almost gain this sense of, being apart from it and a part of the whole, if that makes any sense. And I told my dad this, and he was like, now, how do you quantify that? Basically, like, what exactly did they say? Hoe meet jy dit? Like, how do you measure it? And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Why do you need to measure how... Like, I'm trying to figure out even, like, what does that even mean? How do you measure how calm you are, or how, at what point of, or what state of consciousness you reach, or what, like... And it made me kind of like irritated in a way, because I don't believe that we need to measure ourselves, because it is something that we're very prone to. It's something that's almost forced upon us sometimes in this life, where if you go back 10,000 years, if we were a tribe living together, the only things that we would know about was the things that happened in our immediate tribe and our immediate environment. Like, we would see what our other tribe members do, and we would obviously compare ourselves to other tribe members as well in the way that they are. But, and I'm thinking so many things right now, but there is, like, let's imagine like there's one tribe member that's supposed to be the hunter. So I wonder if there was like complete roles and people that need to play those roles, and then because they had a set role that they were playing, they didn't really have the problem of being overly worried about what other people were doing or comparing themselves to other people. But the point I'm trying to make is, in today's society, we're no longer living in such a small tribe. We no longer have only a handful of people to compare ourselves to, and to see what they are doing and to see how they are performing. Because I think also in those times, like, it was a very, and I still think it is this way, it was a very the health of the whole is the health of the individual as well. And when the whole is a little bit smaller, it's a little bit easier, at least in my opinion, to control the amount of influence you have over the individuals, because the whole is a little bit smaller, if that makes any sense. But now, as humanity, we've kind of moved past those points. Like, we're no longer living in small societies. We're no longer killing each other, because at the end of the day, when we were living in tribes like that, it was very beneficial for us to survive. Like, that is the gist of it. And to survive, we did horrible things. We killed other tribe, or like other tribes, when they encroached on our territories. We would eat as much as possible to, store energy. And that was completely okay during those times of lack, during those times of, not knowing how to utilize our resources effectively. But we have now moved into a space, into a whole society where we are comfortable. More people every year are dying of obesity than people are dying of starvation. Just think about that for a second. There are more people collectively dying of sugar consumption than all other substances, like stimulant substances. And it is basically the point I'm trying to make. Also, there's more people that commit suicide than people that die of wars. So, like, there's definitely something amiss in our society, in the way that we do things. Like, we are eating ourselves to the point where we are becoming obese. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with obesity. I'm trying to get to the root of why this is happening to us as humans. I believe that because our biology was basically structured in a way that it tells us and it rewards us, literally actually awards us for continually eating sugar. And it's like, yeah, continue doing it. I believe that sugar is, and this might be a very controversial statement, but I do believe it to be true. At least it's the truth for me. I believe sugar is the most dangerous chemical on this planet. And that is a very strong statement to like say just outright. And like, let me explain a little bit as to why I feel that is the case. It's just because of how accessible it is, how easy it is to put it into other foods, and how much insulin it actually, causes us to release. And the thing is as well, like, we're even going as far as to use like fructose corn syrups. Fructose is even higher on a glycemic, or lower on a glycemic, no, higher on the glycemic index than normal sugars are. So it spikes our insulin even further and absorbs into our bodies even further, and also giving us that dopamine rush even faster. And it leads us to this point of destructive behavior. And I was a victim of that as well. No, I'm not a victim. I fell into that trap, let me say that rather, where I was 50, no, not exactly 50, like 30 kilograms overweight. And I was hating myself to the point where I wanted something to change, but I didn't want to change, if that makes any sense. I wanted there to be something that's going to make it better. And the thing that I recognized and the thing that I knew was sugar. And I'm saying sugar as a broad term because technically our bodies either our bodies have three macronutrients: carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. So everything that's a carbohydrate technically it gets turned into glucose in our bloodstream, so it's all sugars. And for me it was always sugars: cookies, chips, cheese, like cheese sandwiches. I would really overdo the cheese sandwiches. And when we combine fats with sugars as well, it almost doubles the effectiveness of our body's ability to store fat. And I got so overweight, and with my gaining of weight, I started hating myself more and more. And that hate turned into depression, and that that depression turned into me needing to take antidepressants. And I honestly believe that the root of that whole almost, cascade of problems was the fact that I was hurt and I needed something. I was looking for something to make me feel better. And during that time of my life, it was sugar. And the problem for me, at least, was that it was we're living in a society, right, that is constantly touting stimulants to us. And a stimulant doesn't necessarily have to be an intoxicant. A stimulant can be the social media that we watch, the news that we listen to, the music that we listen to, the foods that we eat. There's so many stimulants in our world, and we're kind of, encouraged to make use of them, encouraged to escape with them. And I feel, at least for me personally, that I took the easy route out. Instead of confronting the things that I was feeling, coming to terms with the issues I have with my father, coming to terms with the issues I had with the concept of God, coming to terms with the issues I had about my own, physical appearance. I'm getting emotional. And it was an escape. And the thing is, if we don't calm down and we don't actually take a second to spend time with ourselves, to look inwardly, to feel the things that we're supposed to feel, instead of trying to constantly, put band-aids over these feelings. At the end of the day, repressing something isn't going to make it go away. It's only going to make it fester. It's like pushing a thorn deeper into your skin because you don't want to look at it. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, and it is almost like they want people to do stuff like that. It's advertised to us even. Alcohol and cigarettes and sugar. If these things had like proper medical studies done on them, like the FDA does these days for any new drug, any new substance that's going to be going into the market, there's no fathomable way where they can recommend cigarettes, alcohol, or sugar to the general public's health. And at the end of the day, I don't think there's a problem with sugar in itself. Like at the end of the day, it is also a compound that was given to us by our divine creator, or by the universe, or by source, or whatever you want to label it as, which means that it has intrinsic value, because otherwise it wouldn't have been created. I just think the problem is our human need sometimes to externalize our pain and to grab onto something that makes us feel better temporarily. And I feel cigarettes, alcohol, sugar definitely does that. It gives you a temporary, and by the way, all three of those things are also dopamine stimulating substances. So, and I have so many opinions, and I want to say so many things about this, because I feel it's something that hurts our society so much, our human race as a whole. It hurts us so much because we most of the time are very unaware of the things that are affecting us, and we are unaware of the things that we do to almost escape those effects as well. And I'm not sure exactly how to teach, or how to understand myself to the point where I no longer have these cravings. Because for me at least, I've cut sugar out of my life, and this weekend has passed, Easter weekend, I was also eating sugar again, because it was Easter weekend, stuff that comes with Easter as well, the dinners and stuff. And that weekend I did not have a problem with it. I did not judge myself, and I did not have an unhealthy reaction or response to the things I was consuming. But thinking back to the way that I used to consume, and it wasn't just sugar, that's the thing as well. It was almost a mindset of me trying to constantly escape myself, escape this lived experience. And I think it was definitely an anxiety response as well. And there is another thing that I also want to talk about. Man, I should actually get into some comments. Actually, I'll save the thing I want to get into. I'm gonna read some comments. Oh, before I drink water, I want to set my intention to calm down, because I feel like I'm not calm, even though the intention is to calm down. So every sip I'm taking is going to calm me down a little bit more. Kiwi, I've never made it so early before. So grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to have you, Kiwi. Thank you for being here so early, my friend. Hey friends, hope the day is going well. I feel so fortunate to finally be able to tune in again today. I'm so happy that you are tuning in, Naomi. I've been thinking about you. Hey Aaron, you're right, Jesse. We have Justin here as well. Welcome, Justin. I'm happy that you're here, my friend. Oh, am I invited? Of course you're invited, my friend. There is a giant flying spider behind you. Goodness me. It must have already caught me because your message was sent 14 minutes ago. Maybe I've been paralyzed, bit me in the back of the neck, and it's cocooning me at this moment to suck my juices out. Interestingly enough, I was watching this spider in my room, eat a cricket, and I felt a sense of pride for this spider because the spider was like this big and the cricket was like that big, like cricket size, and he just like kind of caught it in his webs, and the cricket kind of struggled. It was off of the ground, so it didn't have anything to jump off of, and the spider just, casually walked over to him, bit him, paralyzed him, injected him with enzymes that dissolves his insides, and ate him. And I was kind of happy about it because I don't want crickets in my room, and I was just so calm just watching the spider. So if I needed to be cocooned by a spider as well, then so be it. It's 10:15 in the morning here. Okay. Damn. So there's even a bigger gap actually than I thought. Are you from the UK? No, I'm not, my friend. Hello, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I am doing well, Zenoa. I haven't seen you in forever, my friend. Yeah, definitely doing well. Yeah, we have Ryan here as well. Welcome, Ryan. I'm happy that you're here. Is that a tractor? Yes, it is, my friend. I'm sorry if you can hear it. There's not much that I can do about it other than be calm. Thank you for the wholesome seal of approval, Nemo Farmer, and Nemo. Man, like I just had like this flash of experience that the Nemo movie made me feel as well. And thank you for the hugs as well, Naomi. Hello, brother Bear. I missed you yesterday. Sending you love and hugs. I missed you as well yesterday, Ryan. I'm happy that you're here. Give me a shout out. One management. There's your shout out, my friend. Oh, cool. We have Vipassana retreat here in Cape Town. I want to try it out. I want to try it out as well, my friend. Like there is, I don't know if it's the same place, but I know there is a place here in South Africa where they don't really ask you, I think they ask you to pay for like just your food or something like that. It's something that's like the reason my friend like highly recommended it is because their intention is not to make money. Their intention is to get people to, seek self-enlightenment. And it's also this like silent retreat where you go there, I think it's also 10 days, maybe 10 days. And I think Vipassana is also like a silent retreat. I'm not exactly sure, but I do want to do that. Eventually I will. So I was thinking about doing that and actually going to a silent retreat. And then I thought, but I also want to stream every day for as long as I possibly can, even on our deathbed, my friends, I'll still be streaming, guaranteed. And I was like thinking, what would I do if I went to like a silent retreat and we had this like stream, like 10 streams of me saying absolutely nothing. And I've come to like already accept that is exactly how I would want to do it as well. I would still stream, I would just not say anything and maybe just walk around. Actually, that's probably exactly what I would do. Wherever it is at the retreat, I would just start the stream up, make sure I put in the like title, I'm at a silent retreat, I'm not saying anything, and then just walk about showing you the space. And like I guess that would be I'm thinking too much. How do I stop myself? Your hair is so beautiful. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. 4K watching, spread the love. Really? That's amazing, my friend. That's so amazing. It's always so nice to have so many friends in here. I always love it. Woo, 4K. Yee, spreading the love, my friend. Damn, I wish I was a little bit more aware. I feel like I was a little bit all over the place for my start of the stream chat. Thank you for the hugs, my friend. Is this similar to Stoicism or more just being in touch with yourself? Like I do study Stoicism as well. I try and study as much religious text, if you will. I feel all religious text is basically trying to explain the same idea, trying to incorporate the same way of living into themselves. But it's like all different perspectives, different human beings trying to say the same thing. So I study Buddhism, not so much Hinduism, but after making friends with Infinitech, I want to get into some more Hinduism. I studied in Christianity. I study Stoicism I mentioned. Yeah, I'm just trying to like find these different informational systems, connecting ourselves with information that is known. Because at the end of the day, like there's technically nothing that we need to talk about, right? If you really want to think about it, we already are everything that we need to be, and everything that we know is already known. Okay? Like, even if we wanted to, we would not be able to know all of the information that is being produced right now in this moment. Because even if we could, read every single book, there is more books being written, more information being created, as you're going to continue reading those books faster than you could possibly even read those things. And it absolutely blows my mind, this capacity that we have to constantly create, and how small we are in our inability to actually absorb all of the creation that is, around us. And then on top of all of that, we're living on this small little speck flying through space, and yet we have this capacity, we have this divine connectedness, this oneness to all that is, and even all of the information that it is as well. It's just not with us at this moment, if that makes any sense. I've spaced out a little bit. Damn connection today. The whole 4K are here. Yeah, it's crazy, right? I'm pretty sure our 4K friends have probably left, but it's completely okay. What's most important is that we are here right now sharing the space. Name of what is being revealed. Name of what is being revealed. I don't know exactly what you mean, my friend. There's no name for it. At the end of the day, the human egoic consciousness has this tendency to believe that it knows something by naming it. So I think we shouldn't name it, actually. Watch Creek. I'm the calmest when there's 200k in my bank account. My friend, I literally have $60. Actually, it's a little bit less now because I had like a deduction. So it's like, $47 in my bank account. And I'm as calm as I can be. Doesn't take your calm not to have any money, my friend. What takes your calm is your own mind at the end of the day. It's you actively participating in that worry that I'm not going to be safe. And this is something that I practice as well when I feel myself, getting anxious, getting to the point where I'm, scared of what the future might hold. Is I just realize, I actively realize that I need do nothing. At the end of the day, we have this drive to constantly do things more and more and more and more. And like, even to the point where the Melt More name is an expression of that more, wanting to do more. But it's a want to do more, not a need to do more. Because you need do nothing. If you, and I've said this I think probably 7 times on stream, and I'm gonna keep saying it because I want to understand it. If I do nothing for the rest of my existence, I don't drink water again, I don't eat food again, I don't sleep again, then I will live my entire life and die right here. And when I die, I'm going to lose a single moment. So I can perturb my soul, make myself worry, get myself into this mindset of constant, upheaval, not allowing myself to calm down, and then at the end of the day, die and lose a single moment. Or I get to do the opposite of that. So that is our purpose, my friends. We have to calm down. Name reveal? Yeah, my friend. I'm gonna tell you, friends, my name, my human name. That's going to be a good stream. I'm like doing extensive planning for that stream. More planning for that stream than I've done for any of my previous streams. So I'm looking forward to it. The voice was changing before. The voice? My voice? That's curious. Thank you for the wholesome, my friend. I have to measure it by conducting a mental evaluation upon yourself, which includes things like your IQ and personal tendencies. You have to measure it by conducting a mental evaluation upon yourself. I'm not exactly sure what you mean, my friend, because I don't actually agree with you. Hello there, my first time watching a live stream. I'm happy that you're watching a live stream with us, my friend. Thank you for being here in this space with me. I just know you're a David. I have a friend named David, but my first name starts with a E, my friend, so you're a little bit off. Well, I love you all so much. I love you, Brother Bear. We need to catch up soon. I'm off to house talk to you all in Discord. Off to the house, I guess. Talk to you all in Discord. You're already gone, my friend, but we should definitely have a chat. Yeah, lekker bra. Yes, Chad, lekker. How's it from Zimbabwe? Hello, my friend. I think you're the first friend from Zimbabwe. I'm happy that you're here. It's stressful. Life can be. Thought complex. Mel, again, I'm heading to work, and you are working on spreading the love. keep on sharing the goods. I will, Todd Complex. You're already like, I feel kind of bad because I know you friends aren't right here in this moment with me, and I want to be able to share this co-creation with you, but know that I'm thinking about you, my friends. Thank you for the silver, thank you for the hugs, and thank you for the wholesome, my friend. I appreciate it. The stream isn't working for me today. I wonder if it's the same way for anyone else. I'll check as I go down the comments, because it's so stressful and there's always so much pressure out on you. And that's what you mean with the stress. You see, that's the thing, my friend. That's the world telling us that we have all of this stress, we have all of these expectations, we have all of this pressure upon us, but we don't actually have any pressure on us. Like, sure, we have kids to take care of, some of us, we have parents to take care of, we have ourselves to take care of, but we don't actually need to, because and it might sound nihilistic, but it's not supposed to be. I believe our souls are eternal and infinite, and therefore death is only like a change of energy state. We're not going to die when our body dies. We're just going to transform. Gotta fact check you. Please do, my friend. Yeah, what you do. You're so right, Bradley. Oops, got stoned and started scrolling through Reddit instead of finding your stream. I'm here now, friends. Don't worry, Edmund. I'm happy that you're here now, my friend. Yo, my man, wise behind your ears. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you sharing some love. Would love to join you guys, but homeschooling high would be interesting. Well, I guess you would, be a little bit more calm and collected. If you will, like, unless you get scatterbrained when you're stoned. That's the other thing, Justin. I love you, Meld. Feel your emotions. I love you too. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate you, my friend. I really appreciate hearing this in this morning. Good, my friend. I'm so happy that you can take something from this, because I feel like that is the only thing that I can hope for. I know that not all of our friends have the capacity to stay for the entire stream, but if like one single sentence of information can enter your field of consciousness, permeate your existence, and just make you take a second to look at things a little bit differently, then I have accomplish my goal tenfold over. Everything in moderation, obviously. The issue we have is hugely hormonal. I believe it's food related too, but because of all of the processed foods and added hormones. I agree as well, my friend. You can't hide my cookies, I'll find them. I don't want to hide your cookies, and now I feel like I was preaching to 4,000 people about sugar, when that wasn't necessarily my intention. My intention was to calm down and not constantly want something to take us out, from our experience. To just calmly sit and be with our feelings and let us feel them, right? That's what it's supposed to be. That's the message I try to teach. And in this specific stream, only imagine, Justin. I'll take an extra toke for you. There we go. Where does your sense of calm come from? My sense of calm comes from, and thank you for asking that question, Aaron. My sense of calm comes from the knowing that things are going to be okay. That I need do nothing, that me and God are one, that I can never be separate from the mind of God, that I am loved, loving, and lovable always and forever. And just for Lane, I don't know if he's here, worthy of love forever and always. And the more I repeat these things to myself, the more calm I become, because I recognize my oneness. I recognize the illusion of separation, and the more we allow ourselves to recognize, the calmer we'll become. Of course they make the government billions every year. Exactly, my friend. Cigarettes and alcohol does make the government billions every year. And molecules, they are molecules. I came for strictly calorie counting to the point where it became obsessive and destructive, to now focusing on where those calories come from to fuel my body. That is the best way to do it, Naomi. And I agree completely. The dose makes the poison. Yes, you're so right. You should take a psychology class. It's really interesting. I've actually taken a few psychology classes, my friend. But I feel like it would be something that will benefit me even more if I continue in that practice. Like, continue going, if you will. Diets can be very destructive, right? It can. On a cellular level, most of our bodies are in a state of disequilibrium with what is Na again? Nitrogen, calcium. No, K is nitrogen. Damn it, I can't remember the chemical compounds by the letters. Gates, it's really cool. It really is cool. From diets and over restrictive ones for sure. Yeah, it really is. Friends, need some positivity. Huge neurology exam on the sensory and motor pathways today. So I'm sending you love, Jesse. I'm imagining you, seeing your test and just getting a smile, flooding over your face because you recognize all of the questions and you know exactly how to answer them. Good luck with your test, my friend. I love you, man. Thank you for this good morning. Thank you, my friend. And I love you as well, my friend. I gotta head back into work now. Looking forward to my day off tomorrow. I'll be here for the whole session. Thank you, Kiwi. I look forward to having you here for the whole session tomorrow, my friend. I don't know if he took mushrooms or I took mushrooms. Maybe we both did, my friend. Who knows? The issue is with the FDA is the application of these independent studies on a consumer product, which is meant to not skew its reliability, but to change its policy to accommodate to the cash. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's true, my friend. It's all about the money for these people at the end of the day. And I feel it's also an escape. I feel completely attaching your own self-worth to money is the most base of the human emotions, if you will, because I believe that we have these evolutionary processes that we go through, and money is something that makes us feel secure, right? So root chakra, the most base fundamental force of our natures. Love and light, friends. Love and light to you as well, Kiwi. I naturally don't consume caffeine because I don't like coffee or soda, but I'm not a fan of super sweet things, so no sugar intake is limited. Okay, finally the tractor is going to stop. Calm. Calm, finally. Although sometimes candy helps the big sad. That's the thing! That is the thing, Edmund. It does help the big sad, and that's the problem I feel as well at the end of the day. Do you have any idea what time you start? I keep waking up earlier and earlier and still not on time. It's 7:30 a.m. in California. So, my friend, I start around between 4 and 4:20 my time, PM, every single day. I wish I could just, straight up tell you what the time is. So if it's 7:30 in California 15 minutes ago, then I guess I start at about 7 a.m. in California, my friend. I look forward to seeing you again. Of Water of Sun. I remember you, my friend. Good luck, Jesse. Yes, good luck, Jesse. The law of attraction have brought us together today, and I appreciate everything you're saying. It's helping reinforce what I already know. Thank you, my friend. I think that's the point as well. I don't believe I know anything that none of you would know. I don't come to these streams with this let me teach these poor plebs something. No. No. It couldn't be further from the truth. I mostly come here to teach myself something. I feel by talking about these things and by choosing what we want to communicate to the world, we also choose what we want to teach ourselves. And the more we choose to communicate to the world, the more we tell the world what we value. You're not going to talk about something that you don't value, right? So the more we talk about the things that we value, the more valuable things are given onto us. So we should choose what we value very carefully. First time seeing this and it made me really happy. I'm so happy to hear that, my friend. Reading your comment makes me happy as well. Load extra. Yes, Ethereum, he speaks so many truths, reinforces so much that we know, but we need to hear. Yes, exactly, Jesse. Long time no see. Yeah, it's been forever, my friend. Forever, months since I've seen you, actually. I'm happy that you're here again. All the cells in our body have a rhythm, circadian rhythm. It's important to go to sleep early and to wake up early. It's actually something that I do. I can pat myself on the back a little bit because I'm actively trying to go to bed early and wake up early, before 5 a.m. actually. Keep doing you, brother. Follow what you love, even if it's talking under a tree and a little red Richard girl. Thank you, my friend. Jerry Richard girl. Thank you, my friend. I feel for the first time ever in my entire life, I'm actually enjoying what I'm doing, and man, it makes me emotional just thinking about it again. I feel I was so lost, so disconnected with my soul's purpose, and I feel for the first time I've actually found it. So I'm so happy, my friend. Thank you for spending this time with me. So good to see you today from North California, Carolina. It's nice to see you as well, One Car Phone. I haven't seen you in forever as well, my friend. And now I'm missing Merman as well. He also lives in North Carolina. No luck, Lamal. It's okay. Don't worry at all, Jesse. No worries. Where do you live? I live in South Africa, my friend. Melt, I would sit and watch you stare at the camera for an hour and a half. I love you, Edmund. Thank you, my friend. That makes me so happy to hear. Just surrender to it, bro. Breathe deeply. Accept everything. Push away nothing. Especially your natural state of being. Just breathe. So I'm very happy that you mentioned that as well, because that definitely is almost step one of calming down, really living into your calm. It's just noticing your own breath, noticing our ability to take control. Take control of something that comes naturally to us and then make it our own. I'm Hindu. What do you want to know? Tell me everything, friend. Tell me everything. I just want to know everything. Taoism resonates with me so much when I took a religious class. Taoism is also what Alan Watts taught, right? I think so. Did he teach Taoism? I think some of his lessons, maybe. If you like religion, look up the Baha'i. Baha'i? I'm not sure. I think you will at least find it interesting. Thank you, my friend. Maybe I will. Maybe join the Discord server and send it to the Ars or the Melt Book Club. I think that's what it's called. And then we can add it to the list of books. Don't beat yourself up thinking too much, dude. Being overjoyed is pretty usual when you're putting your thoughts through your speech. Different being overjoyed? Okay, yeah. Different emotions and sensations can coexist with each other. Calmness is a state that should also allow you to feel different emotions at the same time. You are right. Boss Ninja, thank you for throwing down some wisdom, my friend. You are very right. You are very right. Okay, Tactful Chemist. Hello, friends. I'm busy at work, but wishing you all a great day. I'm happy that you were here, if even for a second. Where it train is pours. I guess it's where it rains it pours. Hello to you as well, my friend. Where are you at, babe? I'm in South Africa, my friend. Hey, Lisa. We have Lisa here. Welcome, Lisa. I'm happy that you're here as well. Oh, I don't like that. Life is all about struggle, memories, and raising new life. I don't think so. I don't think so at all, my friend. There is definitely struggle and hardships in life, but I don't think that's all life is about. How are you? I'm good. I'm good, my friend. Thank you. I'm really good. I'm happy that you're good as well. Ethan? Edgar? No. E is the best letter. It's Afrikaans. It is Afrikaans. It's a very Afrikaans name, so it's gonna be difficult for you friends to actually guess it. I'm not too worried. I would be shocked if someone actually guesses your name. I will keep it my secret, but hopefully can tune in on day 100. If not, I will have to catch it on YouTube. I look forward to seeing you there, Naomi. On day 100 is going to be the name reveal, my friends. I'm gonna tell you by name, and I'm going to have a whole stream based on names, based on what I believe names, represent, how powerful I think names are. It's gonna be a whole vibe. I hope, at least. Sometimes making a Meltmore game, homie, made me cry, Lamar. Yeah, I know, dude. I know someone is making a Meltmore game, and it's glorious. It's gonna be, and I don't mean to offend you, Jake, if you're here right now. I don't think it is the actual game that's going to be cringe. I just think it's going to be super cringe for me to play it, but I want to. Oh, I desperately want to play it. I just imagine, okay, so I want to say 20 years into the future. Sure, 20 years into the future, when I have kids and I whip out the old Meltmore game, Dancing Simulator, and show them. I would just like to, even show it to their friends when they come over and make them cringe extra hard. I love being alive. I stopped here for a reset moment. I'm happy that you're here, my friend. And when you ever need to reset, I'm going to be here, my friend. Hey man, how are you doing? I'm doing well, my friend. Things are good. The weather is nice. Life is profound. And I'm trying to be calm. No one knows what happens after we die, but I agree with the stillness of life. Yeah. Like, obviously, no one knows what's going to happen when we die, my friend. The only thing we can really do is, speculate, try and form some sort of coherent idea of what is going to be after we're not, right? And I feel like maybe it's the optimistic side of me that knows or that hopes that there is something after this life. But the more that I allow myself to experience certain things, the more I've come to realizations that it probably is. Seriously, look up Bahai. You are saying so many things that you would be super interested in. I'm like you're definitely piquing my curiosity, my friend. I'm enjoying you taking the moment for each comment. Thank you, my friend. It's very important to me as well to actually take a moment and read each comment. Like, every single one of you are a divine individual, right? And you have chosen to create the very comment that you are sending. So it's only, fair for me to accompany you, to co-create with you. Thick Thor, hey, Mr. Fireman. I'm happy that you're here, my friend. We haven't seen you in a while. When we start talking, when do we start talking about the Antwoord? The Antwoord is definitely not a band that I want to associate directly with South Africa. Like, South Africa equals the Antwoord. Like, the Antwoord is a little bit spicy, let me just say that. Hopefully never. Yes, thank you, Yash. I'm happy that you're on the same boat with me, dude. Hey, I'm back. I'm happy that you're back, my friend. We haven't seen you in a while as well. Is philosophy and self-reflection a privilege of the comfortable who don't have to work constantly to feed themselves? I don't necessarily think so, my friend, because I've been working constantly to feed myself, like, ever since high school. And I feel a lot of the self-reflection and philosophy that I allowed myself to absorb was during those times of my life. I feel now for the first time I'm actually trying to become more aware of the things that I've learned and trying to implement them into my life. A little bit more of a rigid structure, if that makes any sense. How's it going? It's going well, my friend. Super cool that you remembered everyone's real life name. I try to, my friend, and I don't know yours. It might be Sabrina, the teenage. I just realized it's completely butchered, and the way of its spelling. But I try to, my friend. I try to. No, sodium, K, potassium. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Justin. You're very right, my friends. Oh, we have Jesse as well. I missed the tractor sound. You missed the tractor sound, Yash? Come, dude, come. You're living in South Africa. You don't have an excuse. Come. We'll start the tractor up. We'll put you on it, put you to good work. Have you been interested in Hindu philosophy of Vedanta Vedanta and Upanishads? Not necessarily like directly, my friend, but I feel I'm definitely growing in my interest because now I have a friend that is a little bit more into Hinduism and has done some research on Hinduism. So I feel like I definitely need to open that chapter of my life as well. I'm Ether, by the way, Ethereum Heart. I'm hoping to tune into more streams. I love your energy, brother. Ether? Is your name Ether? I love you as well, my friend. And please do. I look forward to seeing you here again. And thank you for the energy that you're giving me. Welcome, Ethereum. We have a Discord if you would like to join. Yes, please. I appreciate hearing you talk as I lay back for a rest. Love from Canada. Love to you as well, my friend. Love from South Africa. How does one find their soul's purpose, especially while going through a dark night of the soul type of situation? I understand completely what you mean, my friend. And I feel the only thing we can really do at the end of the day is to recognize that we are creators, right? And we get to choose what we want to create. So ask yourself what it is you enjoy. What is it your soul wants to create? And for me, for a very long time, it's been like communicating. That is my soul's way of creating. It's what I feel I was almost equipped to do with the voice that I got, with the ability I have to articulate. I feel like I was given this gift, I was given this talent, if you will, and I just had to kind of discover what it was I was supposed to do with it. At one point, I was an English teacher, And it definitely helped me in being able to talk to those kids, having the gifts that I have, but I didn't feel like it was my soul's purpose. So exploration, my friend, I think is the only thing that I can really recommend for you. Is just exploration. Constantly explore the things that you feel inside of yourself. What's the server? It's a Discord server, my friend. It's on the r/Meltmore, and I actually added it to my actual, u/Meltmore page as well, so that if you friends click directly on it, you'd be able to find the Meltmore Discord as well. Hey Jesse, we're on the same wavelength. You really are, actually, and that's the exact same thing that I thought as well, Justin, but I didn't mention it. So we three are on the same wavelength. Well, everyone here is on the same wavelength, right? That's why we're here at the end of the day. What letter does your name start with? It starts with the letter E. E. What is wrong with us millennials at the end of the day? Because I'm technically right on the cusp of being a millennial. Technically, I'm Gen Z, but right on the cusp of being a millennial. And we have the most absurd memes. Like, how long and how big did the E meme get? And it was hilarious. It was so funny, yet it was so stupid. I better stop while I'm ahead. Maybe. Yeah, it's kind of trippy. It's actually kind of trippy. The next top selling game of 2021. Yeah, it's gonna gross billions, dude. Not even millions, just billions of dollars. Every house family needs to own one copy of the Meltmore game at least. Unfortunately, I probably won't get any revenue for it, but more power to Jake. I hope that he thrives. My dude, do you drink coffee? Not as much as I used to. I kind of discontinued drinking coffee. I used to drink coffee like 6 times a day. Now, maybe once a day. But I'm also, like, there's a reason why I'm abstaining from caffeine as well. I just believe that, not just believe, there's been studies done that it raises our levels of, naturally produced cortisol, and it kind of messes with our adenosine levels, because adenosine is this chemical inside of our brains that tells us to get sleepy. Caffeine almost plugs the holes, the receptors that caffeine goes into. That means that your brain then regrows new adenosine receptors, which means if you don't drink coffee, you're just tired, or more tired in general. So, not as much as I used to, my friend. I was distracted by the content and noticed now this is an Ask Me Anything. What is life like in South Africa? Thank you, my friend. Like, I actually don't get that many questions like that anymore. But please feel free to ask me any question that you would like to know anything about. Life in South Africa is interesting, my friend. It is very lawless in a lot of ways. So growing up, I kind of had a little bit of a yeah, just a very free upbringing, I want to say. Almost, I didn't have too many barriers on my self-expression, but because of the lawlessness, there's a lot of crime as well. We have one of the highest, I think the highest rate of murder in the world, and like it's part of the lawlessness. So like you get some, you you win some, you lose some sort of environment. And our police is also unfortunately not great. Like, honestly, if you order a pizza and you call the police at the exact same time, your pizza will guaranteed arrive at your house before the police does. And this is something that has been tested. It's kind of brutal, but yeah, South Africa is great. South Africa is wonderful, loving, prosperous, abundant, a place where people love each other, a place where people care for each other, a place where you can raise your kids, a place where you can meet the love of your life. These are the things I believe for South Africa and the things I speak over it. I'm surprised that you were not another one of those lost to the system, usually people who ascend too fast and lose everything. You are probably the first of Seam who is still here. Man, maybe I'm supposed to be here, my friend. Huh? Have you thought about that? Maybe we're all supposed to be here right now to express in this moment what we need to express, to create, to co-create, and to extend our treasures. And the only treasure that is worth extending is the treasure of love. The love that we've shared with others, the love that is being shared with us, the way that we communicate from a loving place. That is how we extend ourselves. in love and constantly extend our treasures in the life beyond, if you will. I recently had the revelation that I could go by my middle name because my whole life no one could pronounce my first name correctly. Like, people don't have too hard of a time as an Afrikaans speaking person to pronounce my first name correctly, but English speaking people at least, sometimes do have a trouble saying my name, at least with the A's in my name. So many people giving up this life too early. Yeah, my friend, unfortunately, like, I was one of those trying to give it up as well. Like, I fortunately failed at my attempts. I don't even want to say the word, but yeah, like, it's definitely a hard life that we get to live, and there's a lot of parts of it that feels overwhelming. But sometimes it's okay to be overwhelmed as well, to completely immerse ourselves in feelings of grief, feelings of anger, feelings of rage, and to just be calm with them, to sit with them, to feel them, to understand them. So true. We'll never learn how to actually live it. Yep, literally. Are parts of it also painted as it, or is it completely stitched? Are you talking about my pashmina? Like, I think none of it is stitched. Like, this is technically a print, I feel. I think this is what you're talking about. Is this what you're talking about? I think so. But yeah, none of it's stitched, my friend. Thank you for inquiring, actually. That's something I think about often, Justin. And it gets me emotional when I think about it. Yeah, it's this, like, and that's the thing as well. We have this tendency to think there is one right way or one wrong way to live life, and in the way that we want to express ourselves. And like, I feel like there's so much duality with inside of myself as well, just thinking about that sensation, that feeling of wanting to be right, wanting, and this is definitely something that is a big problem with, not a problem, it's a need within inside of myself, that need to be right about something, because I feel like if I'm not right, then I'm wrong, right? And I don't want to be wrong because I want to be right. But I don't need to be right, my friends. We don't need to be right about life, because again, you need do nothing. Like, there is no right way to live life. There is only life living us. And all of the experience, even the wrong experiences, even the people that we don't agree with in their ways of living, they're also experiencing the same life that we're experiencing. They're also, human beings. They have happiness, they have sadness, they have sorrow, and they have glee. These are the feelings that we are all almost imbued with. And yet, we live different lives. We go through different paths, and we experience different things. And I don't believe, at least I personally don't believe, that there is any wrong way of living. I feel there is definitely like, this is, okay, hear me out, right? This is now, it's gonna sound a little bit paradoxical, and this is also something that me and Infinitech talked about today. How things can sound paradoxical because of the human words we use. I believe there is a right way of living, but I don't believe there is a wrong way of living. So what I mean by that is, like, imagine there is this golden road, right? Paved in the middle of our lives. And this golden road basically leads to our heart, our home, our final destination, our heaven, whatever you want to call it. And then there is like a bunch of, extra space to be walked that is off of this road. So you can walk all of these, other spaces. It's completely okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But it doesn't make the one road that there is not the right one. Does it make sense? I hope it makes sense, my friend. And hello, Mariah. I'm happy that you're here as well, my friend. What is your favorite word to say in Afrikaans? Shongololo, denk ek is een van my gunstelinge. Skoenlapper, is ook 'n lekker ene. Twee buffels met een skoot doodgeskiet fontein. Twee buffels met een skoot mors doodgeskiet fontein, actually. That is like a one word, like a big one word. There's a bunch of fun Afrikaans words. Shongololo, Gogga, Dagga. maybe Shongololo. Technically, Shongololo is a word that we pulled from one of the African languages as well, but it is a nice one. Where is your accent from? From South Africa, my friend. What are you sticking this on? Is that a t-shirt? What are you stitching this on? Is that a t-shirt? I'm not stitching anything, my friend. I don't. This thing is loose. This is just a pashmina, a drip scarf, if you will, as well. And I don't know if you've been noticing, but I've been playing with this little ball of rock that I've had. I feel like it's giving me some calm as well. I haven't had caffeine these years. I feel so much better. Me too, actually, friend. What is what isn't life like in South Africa? So, life is not very prosperous and abundant most of the times, my friend. Like there is a definite financial gap in our society. Like you don't get paid a lot in South Africa if you don't have any qualifications, if you will. Like you get paid abysmal amounts. Like I think the like minimum wage in America is something like 4 times the minimum wage in South Africa. So yeah, imagine earning 4 times less than you would at minimum wage. So it's difficult for you to start businesses. Like on top of it being difficult to start a business, you also have to give 50% of your business to a African person if you want to benefit for certain tax benefits, want to benefit for certain, contracts. If you're working in the AV industry, for example, like I was working for a company that was started by one of my uncles, and he basically had to give half of his company away, literally give it away to another person just to be able to actually get the contracts for the jobs that we were doing. And it's kind of sucky. I worked with a lot of South Africans. Sounds like an insane country. It is. Private security and all there sounds mad. Yeah, actually, now that you mentioned that, that is one of the wild things in South Africa. Like it's kind of the wild, wild west down here sometimes, where private security are like mercenaries, and it's good. It's like, and I'm sorry to say that it's good, but it's necessary. Let me say that rather, because our police doesn't do anything, so our private security needs to do everything, and they can be like cowboys, like actual cowboys sometimes, and it's so it's wild. Delicate balance. Everything is Mariah. Everything is. Love the patterns on this vlog. Vloth. I don't know what a vloth is, but thank you, my friend, I guess. Goodbye, friends. Off to study. Stayed longer than I should, but I appreciate the space of you guys. Love and light. Thank you, Jesse. You're probably already gone, my friend, but sending you love and light as well. Good luck with your tests. I'm going to send you even more. Good luck. Good luck, my friend. I'm sure it's going to be good. You're going to get it. Have you heard of astral projection? If so, what are your thoughts on it? There's a big astral projection subreddit. I'm a fan, my friend, but I don't ever. What is it? What I'm gonna say? Like, I feel like it's definitely one of those topics that's a little bit difficult to just kind of get into, just like right off the bat. Astral projection is basically the practice of projecting your consciousness into other places, and it's a practice. You just see that? That was just my light dropping for a second. I hope that the Wi-Fi is going to continue staying strong. I believe it will. I believe. What's this place? This is South Africa, my friend. Hey, Rio. Well, hey, brother. How are you today? I'm good, my friend. How are you, Rio? I haven't talked to you in a bit, my friend. Have you been busy? I guess you've been busy with work, probably. Also with stress. Cortisol is released and causes inflammation and breakdown of myelin on the axons. When then the transmission of impulses slows down without the myelin. Fun fact. I actually know about that, Jesse, and you're probably not here to know that I know about that. So basically, to say what Jesse said in a little bit of a little bit more understandable way. Like we have these brain cells and we have these little tails attached to our brain cells. And around our little tails, it attaches these myelin seeds, they call them basically, these little fat pockets that almost insulate that little wire, and then allows those, neurons that fire to almost fire in those patterns with a little bit more certainty, or a little bit more, or less electricity being lost to, just how electricity gets lost. So because of those little fat cells, we basically have this ability to fire the same neural pathways quicker And what happens is when we practice, for instance, an instrument, we form myelin sheaths over the axons that are responsible for the action of playing the instrument. And then next time when we pick up that instrument, we continue adding to those myelin sheaths and we become better and better at the things that we do. Best to you, dear brother. Thank you, my friend. Best to you as well. Scalded of love. Scored of love for the universe. Energy ball earth. Yeah. I want that headgear too. Like, I'm spacing out with your comments, my friend. I feel like I don't understand what you're talking about. Can you discuss how your views on caffeine, sugar, alcohol differ from weed? Yeah, so I feel that would actually be a pretty short explanation of how I feel about it, because I feel caffeine, sugar, and alcohol, those three things have to go through a lot of processes to be the thing that we actually eventually consume, where marijuana or weed is, kind of plain. You don't have to process it. You don't have to add anything to it. You don't have to take anything away from it. You can literally take that plant material and smoke it just as is. So I feel because it's a little bit more natural in its delivery system, I have less of a problem with it, if it makes any sense. That one word, well, it's Dutch. Afrikaans seems to follow the Germanic language tradition of smashing big words together. It does that. It actually does that, yeah, my friend. We also have this word ge. Like, you can add ge to anything. Like, if I say I want to, or I already showered, I say ek het geshower. Ek het gestort. Do you want to eat something? Nee, ek het klaar geëet. You want to go and play some cricket? Nee, ek het klaar cricket gespeel. Like, it's this sound, and then you can just, add it to any sentence and it kind of works. Thank you for the all-seeing upvote, that legend guy. I appreciate you, my friend. Have you seen any lions? I have seen lions. I've played with lions, actually, my friend. They're all over the place. They just walk in our cities. You can ride lions. No. Lions usually are in enclosures, and there are a bunch of places that actually have captive lions. And you can play with baby lions here in South Africa, my friend. Where are you from? I'm from South Africa, my friend. It's like insane. Some of it can be. It's $12.75, 0%. Thank you for telling me the minimum wage, my friend. So that would mean you would earn about, let's say you work 10 hours a day, right? Technically it's 9 hours a day, but I'm bad at math, so I want to do quick maths. So you make $120. Let's round it down as well. Make $120 a day, and then you work like 21 days. So you make about $2,400 a month, right? $2,400 in South African currency would be about 30,000 Rand. And minimum wage here in South Africa is 5,000 Rand. So I was actually off by a bit. It's like 17% of the minimum wage of America would be the South African minimum wage. 5,000 Rand comparatively to 30,000 Rand. It's kind of brutal. What do you do? Right now, my friend, I'm completely unemployed, and I'm actively participating in spiritual growth, growing my own consciousness, expanding my own consciousness to realize, to come into connection with, and to share that connection with all of you friends as well. My South African friend told me it's lawless, but because of this, there is a great community, especially with farmers. Yep, that is very, very true, my friend. Like, it's almost a necessity. We have to have really good communities with the people that live close to us. Otherwise, we put ourselves in a place of danger. So fortunately, we do have these really close-knit communities that understand each other. We, make sure each other are okay. And fortunately, that is something that is a good thing for coming from that. Ether, I'm glad I could share this experience with you today. I'm going to move on with my day, but I will see you later, friend. I'll see you later as well, Ether. Thank you for being here for as long as you were, my friend. What are the people like? In my opinion, people are pretty good, actually. People are generally very expressive. They generally want to love. I just feel there is a lot of barrier sometimes that gets in between people and their ability to love and their ability to share, because of the hardships that kind of befall people in South Africa. in general, people do have this capacity to communicate and to understand each other and to share in that experience with each other. But it's not the way it is all the time, unfortunately. It's definitely a balance that you have to kind of find. Have you honestly done astral projection? Yeah, of course, my friend. Of course. Like for me, like the latest astral projection, I guess you could say I did, was where I kind of brought my field of consciousness to the life of a bug, and I just followed the ongoings of this bug, the way that it would land on different plants, nibble a little bit of this, nibble a little bit of that, and it was like not too long. It was like I spent maybe like an hour or so following along with this little insect and its life. And yeah, astral projection is just, I feel, intense imaginations. But I might be completely wrong as well. I don't know anything, my friend. I don't know anything. What's your favorite country? Difficult question, because I've not seen them all, so I can't exactly say which one is going to be my favorite or less favorite. But I think the country that I idolize the most would be the Netherlands and Canada. Like, I think those countries have a lot of things figured out. So, like, if you're asking about favorite countries, I guess you could call those favorite countries. Greetings, my friend. Hey, Lee. Hope you were able to recapture some of the energy we were lacking in the morning in the morning today, I guess. Happy to be here as always. I'm happy to have you here as well, Lee. I feel I definitely did. I feel like I I gained a lot of information with the way that I was feeling as well, and it was definitely a necessary part of the experience. Like, I'm okay with having to be tired as well. I love you all. Gotta go. Bye bye, Mariah. It's nice having you here, my friend. We'll see you a bit later. I'd love to visit South Africa someday. I bet you guys have good camping and hiking. We do actually, Edmund, and we would love to have you. Like, that is one of the things I really enjoy about South Africa as well. We have so much space to do stuff like that, hiking and going to like camping sites. We have like whole places that have like different venues, almost a place for people to camp, a place where people have chalets, a place where people can like park their caravans, and it is a vibe usually. Like, South Africa really enjoys camping, I feel. And I'm not sure if I can really say this without doing a little bit more research, but if any of you, if any of this data is actually available, I think South Africans might be some of the people that camp the most in the world. Ever dab concentrates? Yes, I have, my friend, but only once. Only once. It must be crazy growing up in a country that was so divided for so long. Are there still glaring differences between how black and white people commute? How black and white people community live? So, not exactly, my friend, but in some ways as well. Like, I feel there no longer is a communication barrier, or at least in the way that we participate with each other in a community, if you will. But like the numbers, if you will, like white South Africans make up about 5% of the entire South African population. And on top of all of that, like, there's actual rules being put into place that benefit African people over Caucasian people, like literal rules that's put into place. That it's called BEE. So if you're really interested, go look up what is BEE in South Africa. So like there is unfortunately still residual of that, as you said, separation, divided, and it's an illusion. Nothing separates us, my friends. We all have these eyes and these hands and these arms and these lives that we get to live, and we share this planet with each other, and we're literally made up of the same things. We have the same building blocks as our essences, and it's not something that we can escape. It's not something that we need to escape. All we have to do is accept our unity with one another, come into contact with that, come into the realization that we are loved, we are loving, and we are lovable. And every single one of us is that. So there's absolutely no separation. Is the day zero drought still a big worry? Not so much. There was a big cyclone passing over South Africa for a while, and it came down, my friend. Like, we got a lot of rain. What's your favorite camping spots? And some gear tips. Oh, my friend, I'm not a camping aficionado, unfortunately, so I can't really give you any good information based on that. But if you want to see a beautiful place in South Africa, go to the Drakensberge. You can camp there as well. Will do. I'll check out BEE. Good luck, my friend. I'm happy that you're so interested. The US needs rules like that. Says a lot coming from a white guy. Yeah, like I don't think there's a problem with the rules itself. I just feel there's a problem with the implementation of the rules, because on the one hand, the people making these rules are also the ones stealing from the people. So that's the part that really kind of irks me, and it's backwards. But there's no point in worrying about what the government is doing either. Like understand what I say when there's no point. There's no point in perturbing my soul with what the government is doing. Because what can we... Is there a bug on me? There might be. No. It still feels like there is. Oh, I got it actually. Hey, dude. You can see him? He's this little green looking dude. Hate and fear separated humanity for countless decades, so there must be some resentment. Like hate and resentment, hate and separation, hate and fear, sorry, has separated us as humanity for so long, and it's always been an illusion. Because the reason we fear each other is because we anticipate or we expect each other to take the things that we have, right? And that fear creates this separation because we want to close ourselves off and keep these things for ourselves. We don't want to share. We don't want to, share in this communion with each other. We don't want to give parts of ourselves away to each other because we feel like we might get lost. Sounds like I have to come and camp together. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, Edmund. Let's go camping, dude. I'll bring the bud. And let's go camping. Do you think you'll live in South Africa forever, or would you ever move abroad? Interestingly enough, my friend, this is actually something that I was thinking about today. I feel like I actually want to move. And it hurts me to say that as well, because I love my country so much. I just feel like there is not happening enough to actually save the country. And it hurts me to say that as well, but we'll see where life takes us. Maybe in the next 5 years. In the next 5 years, if things don't get better, then maybe I'll have to leave. Yes, I just got back from getting my washer and dryer. I'm here, love. I love you all and love you, Brother Bear. I love you too, Brother Bear. Ryan, I'm happy that you're back, my friend. How's the house looking? Are you starting to move things into their spots? Washer and dryer. Man, adulting, dude. I've never owned a washer and dryer in my life. Not one I bought for myself, at least. That breaks my mind. Goodness. I still have so much adulting to do. Have you visited many other African countries? Sorry, I feel like I'm spamming your feed, but your taking on things, your take on things are interesting. My friend, you don't have to apologize at all. Thank you for spamming the feed. Your expression is from love, and I appreciate that. You're creating things, my friend. So, I've been to Zimbabwe, I've been to Namibia, I've been to Mozambique, I've been to Botswana, and I've been to... Yeah, I think those are the only... No. Those are the only African countries I've been to, and I've been to China, and obviously I live in South Africa, but I've not moved quite further than that. God, government of defense, they are a superficial God to us. As we dedicate our lives and rule, we must live by while what you said, stealing from us at the same time. Yeah, my friend. Unfortunately, that is kind of the society that we're living in right now. And it really irks me to the point where I want to be able to change those things. And the things I plan on doing with my life, I believe would have the potential of changing it. But, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, my friend. I plan to move out of the US. Okay, really? Where do you plan on moving, Edmund? I'm curious. Come to Ireland for a while. It's a little bit cold and rainy, but it's great here. Maybe I will, friend. Maybe you'll sponsor me. Come to Ireland. Interestingly enough, I actually want to wear one of those. What do you call them? I'm not sure. Those dresses, those traditional dresses. I'm not too worried about gender stereotypes, and I would definitely wear a dress if it's ultra comfortable. How's the corona condition at your place? So in South Africa, it's kind of wild because we have like a whole new strain of the virus as well. But like our family had COVID in December, but fortunately we're all doing better now. Where are you thinking? I'm also curious, actually, Edmund. I'm coming together today. It's coming together. Should be moved in. Should be moved all in by Saturday. There we go. I'm happy to hear that, Ryan. You must be excited, my friend. Let's move to New Zealand. New Zealand is also one of the ones I've actually, anticipated or considered, if you will, Jovan. I would love to come to Ireland. Have you heard of a place called Butte, Montana? It's the most Irish city in America. My name is Ryan Joseph Sheenan. Like, right? You also have some Irish lineage, right, Ryan? I'm thinking that is the case. I almost dozed off. I love this. Kilts. Yes, Kilts. That's the one from Scotland. Thank you, my friend. I love you. And thank you for being here with me still. I'll sponsor you, bud. And plus, our rugby team is better. Fortunately, I'm not a big sports fan, my friend. So, like, there might have been a part of my South African self that would get offended by you daring to say that your sports team is better, but that's not the part of me. New Zealand is actually a country I've thought about, Jovan. It's also a slew of European countries I would live in. I also have a passion for Eastern Asian culture and would love to live in Japan or somewhere in the southern East Asia. That sounds amazing, Edmund. Edmund, and I appreciate all of you being here with me for as long as you were. I appreciate you, friends. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the space with me. Thank you for being here with me. I see there's a bunch of comments coming through. My family came to America. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. I remember you telling me, actually, Ryan. And I love you, friends. I love you so, 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 so much. Know that you are loved, loving, and lovable always and forever. And that is something that will be true always and forever. No one can take that away from you, my friends. I love you so much. And I'll see you again tomorrow.